So welcome back. We are now in step 13.2, which is all about deleting and inserting characters in a document. Oftentimes when you edit your document, it involves deleting and replacing existing text. You can quickly delete characters one at a time by using either the backspace or the delete key. However, delete and backspace do not always function the same. Backspace deletes the character to the left of the insertion point. So here's my insertion point. Backspace backs up and deletes. Delete actually removes the character to the right. So when I press my delete key, notice it deletes everything in the beginning of my document, to the right of my insertion point. So let me fix that back here. So that's the difference between delete and backspace. So let's go ahead and get into this step a little more. The first thing you want to do is in the second paragraph, position your insertion point before the period at the end of the last sentence. So right here is where we want our insertion point. Press backspace several times to erase the last 4 words. Okay, so we basically erased instead of losing weight. In the second paragraph, position the insertion point at the beginning of the word complex. So here's the word complex. So we want to press delete to delete the word complex, which is to the right of the insertion point. So we just deleted here at the last sentence. We use backspace to back up and delete the last few words behind the insertion point, and then we moved here and deleted complex, which was to the right of the insertion point. Now, another option is to double click on a word and press delete. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is turn on what is called, make sure our overtype mode is not activated. So we're going to go to our File tab and go down to your Word options, and under your Word options, click on Advanced. Now, under your editing options, make sure that there is no check mark for the option Use Overtype Mode, which is here. So there should not be a check mark here at Overtype Mode. Also, if necessary, enable the option Use the Insert to control Overtype Mode. So this box here should have a check mark next to it. If it does not, go ahead and check the box right now. And click OK to close your dialog box. Now, in the last paragraph, double click the word carbohydrates to select it. So double click, selects the word, and then replace it with the word FET. So you don't have to press delete or anything. You can simply type over a word when you select it. So I'm just going to type FET space. In the last paragraph, double click the second occurrence of the word fat. So this word here, double click and type complex carbohydrates. And I will zoom in so you can have a better view. So complex carbohydrates. So we simply double clicked on the word to select it and typed complex carbohydrates. And looks like I got an extra space here that I want to get rid of, and an extra space here that I will get rid of to get rid of those green squiggly lines. So Now, in the first sentence of the second paragraph, position the insertion point right before the first occurrence of the word and. So here, position your insertion point right before the word and type bread. And then press your space bar to make sure you have one space in between bread and. Now, because the insert mode is active, Word inserts the text between the existing characters. So you simply clicked and typed a word and it added that word into your existing text. The next thing we're going to do is activate our overtype mode. So look on your keyboard for the word insert and toggle on, which means turn on, your insert key. So just hit the insert key on your keyboard. Now, we'll demonstrate how that works right now. So in the first sentence of the third paragraph, position your insertion point in front of the word 5. So right in front of the word 5, simply type the word 4. And notice that when we clicked and typed the word 4, 4 replaced 5. We didn't have to delete it in advance. We simply overtyped the word 5 by turning on our insert button on our keyboard. Now, remember you if it doesn't work on your keyboard by turning on that overtype the insert button on your keyboard, make sure you go to word options and verify that those words have been checked if it does not work. So let's find another word to replace. Let's see. Let's put our insertion point here in front of the word L, in front of the word lose, and type gain. And basically, we overtyped over the word. Now, that actually comes in handy when you want to get rid of and you don't necessarily want to delete the text. You can simply overtype a word, which actually comes in handy. So basically, just to review what we've learned, we actually learned the difference between backspace and delete. Remember, backspace deletes everything to the left of the insertion point. Delete deletes everything to the right of the insertion point. We turned on our overtype mode by hitting our insert key on our keyboard to type over specific words, and we also double clicked on a word to select that word. And one of the things that I forgot to share on the last step is if you double click, triple click actually selects a whole paragraph. So triple click selects a whole paragraph. So practice that as well. Remember, Control A selects a whole paragraph. So let's go ahead and save the changes to our document and leave the document open for step 13.3.